Here's my man. He used AI to do this. This is Michael Saylor. Michael Saylor is the CEO, founder, and chairman of MicroStrategy, the largest Bitcoin holder, corporate Bitcoin holder on the planet, to the tune of 265,000 Bitcoin, I think. As Bitcoin today is about 58,000, those holdings alone are worth 13 billion. But the way Michael Saylor is buying those Bitcoin is he's issuing less than 1% interest rate convertible bonds. Convertibles meaning you buy the bonds, but then you can convert into common shares of the company to buy Bitcoin. And he has done that continuously. He has borrowed over 2.5 billion or 3 billion so far. He's basically mortgaging his company to buy Bitcoin. He's the biggest believer in Bitcoin. You guys will have your own ideas about it. And he, superimposed or put himself in front of the big bull on Wall Street. I've taken pictures with that bull. It's right in front of the old New York Stock Exchange building. And he says he is more bullish than ever on Bitcoin. Obviously, he has to. What is he going to say? He's bearish. I mean, he holds 265,000 Bitcoin, and he thinks it's going to the millions, the Bitcoin is. Now, you could believe that. You cannot believe that. Do I like Bitcoin? I certainly do. Do I like it to his level? No. But then there are ways you can participate if you're a believer in Michael Saylor as a genius, okay? So, I mean, he's mortgaging his company to do this, right? I mean, think about it. So you got to be a believer. It's a one-way ticket. There is success or there's zero. It's, I mean, if you do believe it to that extent, yeah. So the way you can invest, you can 4 ways. Well, there are 2 ways in good, but 4 ways if you want to leverage it more than you want to do, like Michael Saylor does. So one way is IBIT. IBIT is the BlackRock Bitcoin ETF. It moves with the price of Bitcoin, dollar for dollar. Those are very popular, very low cost. The second way you can do it is by buying the physical individual Bitcoin on an exchange like Coinbase, and then if you're allowed, create a cold wallet for yourself and take ownership of the Bitcoin and put it in your cold wallet. That's what I do. Number three is they have now started introducing leveraged ETFs. Okay, so there is a leveraged ETF on the Bitcoin price alone. It's BITX. Okay, Boy, Ida, Tom, X-ray. That's a 2-for-1 leveraged ETF. And sure enough, somebody thought about it. Now, MicroStrategy is an extremely volatile stock. It's about $135, $138 a share, right? And when Bitcoin moved from 20,000 to 70,000, MicroStrategy went from $20 to $200. Think about it, okay? So that's kind of moves we're talking about here. Nosebleed, right? And then what happened, right? Bitcoin corrected, MicroStrategy corrected. So it's about 135. Well, somebody in their wisdom, okay? Now there is a 1.75 leverage, as if MicroStrategy is not volatile enough. There's a 1.75 leveraged MicroStrategy. I'm not going to call it an ETF. I don't even know what it is. But the symbol for that one is, so the symbol for MicroStrategy is MSTR, Michael, Sam, Tom, Robert. The 1.75 leveraged MicroStrategy, I guess, tool is MSTX, Mary, Sam, Tom, X-ray. So there's 4 things you can do. 1, if you believe in Michael Saylor, if you believe Bitcoin is the savior of the globe because fiat currencies are trash, I to a point believe, that's why I have some Bitcoin, maybe I think everybody should have at least 5 to 10%, maybe not 10, but 5 to 8% of their total assets in Bitcoin. Like I suggest, it should be in gold as well. Both are inflation hedges. Fiat currencies are losing their value. We know what's happening around the globe with the dollar issues, right? De-dollarization, all that good stuff. So Bitcoin should be every part of a portfolio, and it has proven itself. My biggest concern on Bitcoin was government influence, right? Government one day is going to come and say, hey, this is a black market thing. a lot of drug deals are happening with Bitcoin. We're just going to disallow the whole thing. Well, not anymore. So that fear is gone. That's why we moved from 2,000 to, 20,000 to 70,000, because now BlackRocks are in it. Okay. Fidelities are in it. They have all these ETFs. The public is able to participate in Bitcoin through these ETFs. Well, BlackRock is the government in the US, so I don't think the government is going to come and disallow Bitcoin. But so with those ETFs, money is pouring into these ETFs, and these ETFs have to buy it. So the biggest ETF is IBIT, I boy I Tom, and then you can actually do the actual Bitcoin itself and take custody of it. Number 3 is MicroStrategy, an absolute Bitcoin surrogate on steroids. And then there's leverage ETF, 2x leverage ETF called BITX, Boy Ida Tom X-ray. And as you know, like I said, as if MicroStrategy was not on steroids, there is 1.75 times steroids of MicroStrategy, and that's called MSTX. So pick your pain if you're bullish or bearish. Look, if you're bearish on Bitcoin, you can short these things because they're going to go to zero. And well, I'm not saying MicroStrategy is going to zero, because MicroStrategy is a company that produces other things, such as they're an IT company. So they do have some value, but pretty much all of it is tied up to Bitcoin now. The fortunes of MicroStrategy and Michael Saylor is tied up to Bitcoin. So I wish him the best, but I think, I don't know if I would mortgage my life to buy Bitcoin, but I think he's on the right path. So, and the next topic I want to talk about, and this is Bitcoin chart going back to its inception. Okay. Very few things have done this well, but then you have to have the stomach for volatility. Okay. This is as of like yesterday, and Bitcoin was at 59,000. I think it's lower, about 58,000 and change now. Look at the percentage return since its inception, people. Okay. And we're not going that far back, by the way. We're going about, 12 years ish. So what asset class, right? I mean, if you bought it at $1, let's say, that's where the numbers are. 12,970%. So as of today, it's probably 12,800%, because it's down about 1,000 probably. But so the volatility is there, right? The first time it went to 20,000, then it came all the way down to 3,000. I remember that. The second time it took off, went to 60,000, corrected all the way down to 30,000, back to 60, 65,000, down to, I don't know, 20,000, 18,000. And then that was the last move where it took MicroStrategy to the stratosphere. Now, what is happening? So if I was looking at this as a chart, meaning just no idea what this is, don't even know it's Bitcoin, I would look at this as I have talked to you guys before, right? Pictures are worth 1,000 words. Either this is a massive top, because it's just going sideways now. It's been going sideways for 6-7 months now after it made the major move. Actually, it's in a trading range of 70,000 to about 53,000. Pretty big range, but still sideways is sideways. So there's two reasons after a big move, the markets have to consolidate themselves. The gains, consolidate the gains. So it's going sideways. Okay, well, either this thing is going to break out above 70,000 and next stop is 120,000, or we're going to go back and revisit, probably I would say 38 to 40,000, right? So, but still over, since its inception, basically, what's up 13,000? Probably Nvidia is probably up that much, but other than that, not too many asset classes. Gold definitely is not up that much. So if you're a believer in Bitcoin, maybe you should wait. If it breaks out, buy into strength and buy it at 70,000 on its way to 120. Or, if this is the top, we'll find out. There will be a breakdown or a breakout of this. There's no ifs and buts about it. It cannot go sideways forever as it has done in the past before. So patience is the virtue. Patience is key. Patience.